Hi guys, today I'm here after Christmas to show you to make this fake fireplace I made for the kids at school, and everybody loved it and I want to know how I make it. So I made with those big boards, isolation foams. They're 4 by 8, and they are very thick, so it's very cool to work with it, and it's easy to cut. It's not wood, you don't need to worry about cutting anything. So all the measurements, if you want to let me leave me a comment below, I will send it to you, all the paper and explaining all the pieces and all the measurements that I'm drawing right now. And now we're gonna cut all those pieces, then we draw. So it's very easy to work with phone. You see that I'm working and I'm playing, and this is Smokey trying to play with me. Just be careful because you're cutting it, but it's super easy. You're gonna make a mess in your house, so get a place then you're okay with it. Like I'm here on my dining room because I don't have anything right now. Before was the playroom for the triplets, and now I'm putting on my boxes because we're moving. By the way, I'm moving and I'm decorating. I'm in my new house soon, so I'm gonna show you guys every project and GUI for organization and for everything for my house for decoration. Then so it's gonna be very fun, and a couple videos coming probably like in a month. So now I'm cutting all those pieces, then I draw as I told you guys, and we're gonna cut it and put it like together like a puzzle. So you draw everything, you cut everything. If I'm not mistaken, I use 2 boards, or oh no, I use one board, one 4 by 8 board. They, if I'm not mistaken, they are $15 at Home Depot or Lowe's. So it's a really cool decoration that's not that expensive. Then I hope you guys can make it. You don't need to just decorate for Christmas. You can, make white or brown. I made it brown to look like brick, and you see that my husband is walking around. I wasn't supposed to videotape this video, to make this video, because it was really hard. I didn't know how to videotape it. So my husband said, just leave it on, enjoy it, and then you try to edit. So I hope I can explain every step I'm making for you guys when I'm editing the video, because I just put the camera there and I start crafting around, because I thought it was a super cool idea, even to decorate your house, not to decorate a party or anything, to decorate your house. And it's very sturdy and looks really real. And I was really happy to the way it looked at the end. So don't look about like Smokey is trying to get very distracting here. She's walking around, she plays around, but it's good for me because she distracts me. So it makes longer cat crafts to be fun, because she's always playing around me. I'm still cutting, as you can see, all the pieces. That's the front of the fireplace, so I'm cutting like right at the hole where the fire is supposed to be. So I'm using the normal X-Acto knife, so you don't need anything. So now I have all the pieces. We're gonna get the plastic that protects this foam board, because we don't want to do that, because painting on the top of that is not gonna work. Now I made the bricks, drawing the bricks, and I'm cutting just like a hole on my phone, because I wanted to have the 3D effect. So I draw by like looking. I didn't measure anything, because bricks, they are not all the same size, so you don't need to worry about. You just put it like they in the middle of each other, like make like bricks, and then you cut just like a little line between all them where the cement would be. So that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting and just getting the excess with my own fingers, because that's the cool thing to work with foam, because it's very easy to cut, very easy to make smooth. So that's why I love so much. And it's really light. So now with one of those pieces that I had long then left on my cuttings, I'm just making straight lines. And now again, I'm gonna draw the bricks, just eyeballing, just drawing like that. This is the back of the fireplace. I'm gonna show you guys on my drawing. If you want to see the project, just let me know. I send you an email, because it's easier. And I'm cutting again all the lines, and every single like horizontal and vertical, I'm gonna do that the whole piece. And actually we're gonna do that in the whole fireplace. So now I like putting those together, because I want the lines to be in the same place, because we want that fireplace to look like it's real. So the bricks will go in the same line, the straight line. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to measure anything. I'm just trying to make the bricks of the fireplace be in the same line. And then again, I'm just gonna look where I stopped that brick, and I'm gonna mark on the sides, and I'm gonna cut it everything again, making those lines for the concrete. So I'm just putting it next to it because now I know where my bricks need to be, and I'm gonna finish drawing them. Remember, as smaller as you make your brick, as more bricks you're gonna need to cut. So I started like thinking about it, and then I make my bricks a little bigger, so I just need to go over and paint it and cut it one by one, little tiny bricks. So look at your fireplace or see how big will be a brick and just try to make as real as possible. Now with toothpicks, we're gonna glue the sides. See, you put the toothpicks on the side like that. That's the cool thing about foam. Everything works. Toothpick all around on your side, and you place your side in your base. So I'm having that big base that had the hole in the middle, and then the two sides. So I put the toothpick, put a little glue, and I just place, if Smokey let me, because she was playing with the glue and the water and everything. And I'm just gonna stick in there, right there. So it's pretty cool. Like, I'm amazed to say how many times I'm gonna say it's pretty cool and pretty easy to work with phone. I really love it. So that's how it looks now. Right now it looks like a C. We have the front part and the two sides, and now we're gonna put another side. I have all these parts written down for you guys. I'm putting glue. I put all my two peaks already, and I'm gonna place the inner, like this part that's going to be visible to people. So you need to draw your bricks. So that's the one that I draw the bricks, and I'm placing right there to be the wall that is going to make it a fireplace inside. And then we're going to do the same thing at the other side. Just like that. Put the two peaks, a little glue. If you have like hot glue that is not too hot, you definitely can use that. But mine is really hot, so it doesn't work because it melts the phone. But if you have those dollar store ones, or the ones that are really not good quality, then it's awesome too to have. They don't melt because they don't get really hot. So you can use it and you don't need to wait to dry like I did with normal glue. But if you don't have a hot glue, just use normal white glue. So I'm putting the two peaks and secure all my sides with glue. And you can wait to dry a little bit. I actually didn't wait to dry that much because you're going to place the other piece on top of it and they're going to hold each other like itself. So now I'm just measuring a part on the bottom of the fireplace. I just want to put a piece right there just to be a little bit steady because have kids, and if you want to put a fake firewood right there, so I wanted that to be heavy and don't break if somebody touch it, because that's the bottom or where the firewood would be. So I'm just putting the two peaks as I will be doing, and I did the whole thing, and I will push right there, put a little glue if I can find it, because now you see my kids are back to school from school, so you're gonna see them way more. And everybody asks me how I do crafts with the kids. You're gonna see it. They are my helpers. Those helpers that don't help anything. Then ask, why are you doing this, mommy? Why are you doing this, mommy? That's it. So I'm placing two peaks on the side, going through that wall, because I want to make my base a little sturdier. So I get the two peak, I go through the wall until it attaches to the base to the other side. You don't need to worry about seeing the two peaks on the side or get hurt because we're gonna cover that. So it's kind of like a puzzle. I have the explanation for you guys. So now we have the front and the sides, and you don't see in the back, and I placed the back right there. And I don't know why my video was, but I just placed the piece in the back. Now I'm putting two peaks on the top. We're gonna place the woods layer, like your mantle. So that's what we're gonna place right there. I'm putting two peak all over the place, as you can see, and now you can see how it looks on the side. So we have the two sides on each side of your fireplace, the back side, and the hole where it's supposed to be the fireplace right there. So it's pretty simple. Once you get all the pieces, it's putting like a puzzle together. And then all my cute helpers, I have Superman helping me. Is fancy? So I put it the back the top piece right there, I'm securing and, being sure that I have the same measure in both sides, and be sure that I cannot see toothpick anymore. And now you can see Superman looking at the fireplace because he was wondering what the fire was. I don't know how many times he asked me that. So then I said the fire is not here, the fire gonna be here. So he got all his sisters to try to figure out what the fire would be. So you can have fun with the kids, even making like crafts that they cannot really help you. Just enjoy, and try to do that. And that's what I did. Everybody asking how I do with kids. They're just there. So now I'm gonna do a trick to make foam look like wood. You get those campers or food warmers, and you heat up a fork, and you go through an line. So that's gonna make the veins of your wood. When you paint, now we kind of don't see that much, but when you paint, you're totally gonna see it. So warm it up, your fork a little bit, and we're gonna go over the whole piece, the top, to make the vein of the wood. So take your time, don't go over the lines, just do one side and the other side, like, drawing that wood. I know the details, like, sometimes it sucks because it takes so long, but they are the special things that give the life to your, craft. Now with the spoon, I'm just gonna make lines. It's not lines. I'm just gonna make imperfections on my bricks because your brick is not super straight and super perfect. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna push down my spoons. I don't know, no rhyme or reason, just to make my bricks not be so perfect because they are not like, like a super perfect flat, kind of brick. And all those imperfections, once you paint it, that's gonna give more like real effect looking for your fireplace. So now I cut it bricks, the same size that I was like I was drawing the other ones. I cut it, I think 4 or 5, to make the detail around the top of the hole of your fireplace. So try to put it one side and the other side, and then measure the middle, so then they're gonna be centered. So that's why I always do. I put the sides and then I try to put in the middle. But remember, then they are big. So just play around a little bit with your bricks until you can get, perfect, like they're perfect on the size and center, just like that. So we are getting really close. It's looking really cool. Since I was using my white glue, I'm placing those tapes, masking tapes. I don't know how you call the easy tape that don't tape anything. That's why I'm using, because I just wanted that to hold it there until my glue is dry. But totally, if you have that hot glue, then it's not too hot. If that makes any sense, you can use it. But we're gonna just place it there, and don't look at me. I have no makeup, my hair is up. I was doing that for hours, and yeah, don't look. And keep putting your tape, and be careful because you playing with phone, so you don't want to jump on the top or anything. But it's pretty steady because this phone is kind of thick. Like, I think it's like 1 inch or 2 inches wide, so it's kind of, you can hold a little thing. I put it like a garland on the top of it. I put things of candles on like in the mantle. I put my stockings, and everything was holding just fine, so you don't need to worry about. So we have this part drying a little bit, let it dry, and now we're gonna paint. That's why you're gonna see the marks that we did with our fork. I'm using American paint. You can use any paint you want your mantle to be. So I'm just going with a very watery paint. I put the paint on my dish, and I get water with it, and I'm just go over, because I don't want to be brown. I just want to be looking like wood, and wood's not flat brown. It's like change colors, change effects, and when you do that, when you look, it gives a 3D effect. Oh my god, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm falling asleep. That's crazy. I'm not even know how to speak anymore. So just keep painting. Don't worry about be super perfect, because we're gonna go over with some details in another color, brown, and a little bit of darker, black, but just a little bit, because we just want the veins of the wood pop up. So that's why I'm gonna go over with that. Get an old brush. I don't know if you guys like really good brushes. I'm using a really good brush. Then I mess it up in the end because the bristles of the brush didn't really like the phone. So if you're gonna do that, just get a really, cheap paintbrush to do it. And it's a little wobbly. I'm sorry, I'm getting you guys dizzy, but it's sturdy, but it's not that sturdy to paint because I'm rubbing against the phone, so I'm shaking you a little. So here on the side you can see I'm just going over, nothing fancy, nothing hard. You don't need to be scared and say, oh, I can paint. No, you can. You just water your paint and go over all the veins of the wood, because since you have those marks and those press on the phone, is gonna give you the details on the wood anyway, so you don't need to go crazy. But I really like it. The color is there, like right now, brownish. But at the end, I don't have the video, but I don't know what happened because I think I was recording for so long. But I went with another brown, like a darker brown, on the top of this one, in some places, to give a different effect, because I thought at the end this brown was looking kind of similar to the bricks, and I didn't like it. So I darkened it up a little bit. I hope I have the video for that. But if I don't, I'm just letting you guys know. Then the end of the picture, then you see on the end, the top mantle is a little bit darker. So I just use a darker wood mixed with a little black, and I went over in couple places like I'm doing right now, the same steps, just to make a little darker, to give some painting effect, because painting gives life on your craft. Sometimes takes forever. See, I'm speeding up and it's taking forever right now because we're painting and painting and painting, but that's what gives life to your craft and makes really looks like wood. And it's very fun to paint wood. So I hope you guys try and don't think that's super hard. And you can find this, it don't need to be American paint. You can use any brown that you can find on Walmart, and any acrylic brown paint, and some old brush and water. So it's not that much a big deal for that. Just keep painting, and don't forget the bottom part of the mantle where you're gonna see as well. So that's what I'm doing now. Then you guys thinking that I'm going crazy, and I'm going over the parts that was dry already, just to make darker, as I told you. I thought that I didn't have this part of the video, but thank God I do. So that's I'm getting some veins and making some, because you see the veins of the wood, they have a little bowl, and then they have two marks that go around. So that's, I made it in a couple places, and that's where I'm darkening it up the middle to give some effect. And I'm getting dizzy watching. I hope you guys are not getting so dizzy watching, because this is shaking like crazy. But it's not my camera, is really the fireplace that was shaking, because I'm painting and shaking around. But sorry, you painting and learning how to make a fireplace and in a roller coaster is like, triple threat, I hope. So now we almost done with the paint. Don't forget, if you just watching now and you want this drawing or the project for this fireplace, just leave my comment below with your email, or send an email to cupncakesgourmet@gmail.com, and I will totally send you. So now you're seeing me how painting the bricks. I'm using the same brown with the same water, the same brick. I'm just painting the outside of the bricks a little darker, and the inside a little lighter, because you want to give that effect that the light is just showing in the middle, so you can see the two different colors. So I'm going to do the whole sides. I will paint everything, but I will make the sides a little darker, and I'm going to do that in the whole fireplace. And then I'm going to go over on the sides again, like we did on the top, leaving a little darker on the edges. Not on the middle where we cut the line, because that would be the concrete. On the top of the brick, but on the edges of that top. And take your time, if you get tired, just stop, go walk a little bit, because this is the details that need to be very carefully done, because after all the work you had at cutting and putting together, you don't want the painting to look cute, like horrible. You want to look cute. And be careful and check if you don't have any plastic. So I'm using a like beige and a gray together, doesn't matter what color or what brand. See, I have one from Walmart and have the Americana one. You just get the colors that you think mixing together is going to look like concrete, like you see in the middle right there. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to mix the gray and the beige. Then I thought that was the closest one for concrete in my eyes, but you can pick whatever color you want. And we're going to mix. And before, I forgot, I didn't have the video. I spray paint this stone texture finish on the top of that painting that I was doing in the bricks. I don't know where my video is, probably because I was spray painting outside. I don't have it, but I spray paint all the time. In the middle of my fireplace, I put a little bit more dark, like more browns and more blacks, because it's there where your fire will be burning, so your fireplace needs to be darker. And you go over whatever you want, as little or as much as you want. I kind of dark it up all the center, because I want to look like it was a used fireplace. But if you don't need it. So you mix your beige and your gray and a little tiny brush, any, dollar store brush, and you're going to paint like between the bricks, like use cement to put them together. And we're going to do that and the whole fireplace. Go slow, because you don't want your paint to get on the bricks and you don't want to make a mess. And just take your time. If you get tired, stop and start again. And we're going to do that in the whole fireplace. And you see I'm showing the color of my wood and the color of my brick that kind of were similar. So I darkened it up. Definitely, you're going to see on the picture. Then I use more browns and more black to darken it up. So now you can see that was the fireplace just on the phone. And that was my helpers. They wanted to be in the video and they want to be in the picture. So I have even Superman helping me. And that's looking at the fireplace done with the phone, and how much the bigger the difference you have when you paint. So you see the darker in the center where my wood was burning, and you see around, and you see my mantle a little bit darker, but the steps are all there and everything that I did is all there. You just play around. You can make even gray, you can make more white, you can make as like the color you like, then color is gonna match your house. But we're done. It was really fun to make it. It was really everybody really loved it. Everybody was asking me how to make it, so I decided to try to edit the video, because I just put it there and let it videotape. I wasn't really watching to do that, but I thought that was a good idea just to leave there and videotape. So here's the fake fireplace. I think I spent $20 max, and you really can put something on the top of the mantle. It's a very sturdy one, and just don't forget to darken it up in your center where your fire will be. You can even put a fire log right there. I didn't have it to take the picture, and the next day I took to the kids' school, so I don't even have this fireplace here home anymore. Or I will put the picture for you guys without the Christmas, ornaments or something else. Then I will leave on my house, some books or some picture frames on the top. So you can keep this fireplace around to decorate your house all year round. You just keep changing like that. So I used to place that garland, Christmas garland, on that. I use a paper clip. I open the paper clip and I just stick in there. So it's good because it's foam. You don't need to nail or anything. I hope you guys like it. I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday and a really good 2017. And I hope you guys are going to be together with me. So don't forget to subscribe. And we're going to talk hope before 2017, but probably not, because today is the 29th already. So I hope you guys have an awesome holiday, and I will talk to you definitely next year. And I hope you have a lot of crafts, really cool crafts for you guys to make with me, and we can decorate and organize the new house together. So thank you so much for everything. Thanks so much for this year, and I will talk to you guys in 2017. Bye.